Welcome to Light V with me, Wanda Toby, where we focus on carefree, stress, well, light, and lively living while loving and reviewing entertainment tidbits. So, I wanted to hop on here. There's a few things going up on the blog, so make sure you go on there and check it out, lightv.com. I recently posted about Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't know why my brain just farted, and I was like super excited. I did a YouTube video about that. But I wanted to talk about uh, mindfulness really quick. I'm going to start doing a session called Mindful Moments, and it's just really going to focus on things to help us keep it together or try to keep it together and help us be mindful of our stress levels and all those things that we can do to help relieve stress. Also, being aware of our body cues, listening to our bodies, listening to both our brains, our gut brain, our brain, um, and then the physical aspects and the physical cues that kind of let us know that we're going towards that we're not managing our stress as well as we should be. Um, I've touched on it before. Stress is really any change that we go through that we have to deal with, anything that disturbs our good flow. Again, there's no such thing as being stress free. So if that's a concept that you have in your mind, get it out because um, you cannot be stress free unless you're in a box in the ground or cremated. It's just not alive if you're stress free. Uh, but the goal is to manage those changes, manage things that happen in our lives, manage our reactions to them so that we can build really good stress resilience. Um, and I just read tons of stuff about stress and stress management and things like that. Um, I may not commit all of them to memory, but I like resources and I like sharing all that stuff because um, learning to manage our stress and learning to become more resilient will help us to just bounce back from things and to live our best lives. So, what I wanted to talk about though was mindful moments. I love journals. I love journals. Um, I buy them all the time, ridiculously, and so much so that I'm actually designing. Uh, it's just going to be one for now, but I'm designing um, a journal so I can release a journal because that's how much I like them, and I figured, hey, um, why not put one out myself? This one's kind of gonna, of course, gonna have an entertainment slant to it. So more to come on that, and more to come when I actually like have a rollout date for it. But back to the mindfulness moment and the journaling. So I went I brought like four new journals. Four new journals, no, three journals and one just a regular book. Uh, and I wanted to tell you guys where I got them. So if you're interested, you can get them too, and you can start journaling. I'm a big, huge advocate for journaling. I started journaling. Hmm, I started journaling in the eighth grade. I guess back then you would call it a diary. I was oldest. I was sophisticated, so it was a journal. So I started doing that in the eighth grade, but I really started being consistent. Okay, I'm lying. I'm not that consistent with it, but I started being more consistent with it when I went away to college. So my senior year, no, oh, actually, my junior year in high school, I started, and then I really, really picked up when I went to college, like mm, my sophomore year, my freshman year, my sophomore year, because there was just so much going on, and I had so much emotions and had just a lot. And that's when I actually realized it was my sophomore year in college that I actually put together what stress was and realized I think I'm stressed. And this is what stress feels like because I just went about doing and never dawned on me that like I was stressed out. So I did. I started journaling, and throughout the years I kept up with it. But whenever I needed to understand myself or to just let my emotions flow and share those things, and or when I just couldn't put words verbally to how I was feeling, or couldn't express myself or didn't want to, or just like wake up in the middle of the night and need to share, I need to get something off my chest, I would journal. So I don't consistently do it. Like I don't whip out my journal every day and journal, which is why getting journals with prompts are really, really good. Because of course I have blank journals. Like, listen, I have tons. This is just a regular blank journal. It says you got this. And I have I have tons, tons. And I consistently buy more. Uh so I have a but so I have blank ones too, right? And they're for different things. But then I started getting journals with prompts because sometimes I don't always just want to write whatever I'm feeling down, or I don't have a need to. So I get journals with prompts to help me like work certain things out. And there's so many journals out there, so many. Um, really, really good ones. Some, not, but you have to explore and see. But I implore you to journal, to write. Y'all already know. If you have, if you don't, you will quickly know. What do I love? Entertainment, creativity, arts, movies, all that stuff. But I think my first love is the written word. Um, I write. I wrote a couple of books. Oh my gosh, very, very, very amateurish, like many, many years ago. Um, and I just love it. I find it so inspiring when you like get a really, really good book, or when you watch a really, really, really good movie. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like I can go out and move mountains. I do. And if you're a spiritual person or what have you, I feel like it's a piece of God in me, and that we should harness that and cultivate that. And that in itself, that's one of the things I say to have in your toolbox is a creative outlet. And it could be whatever you want. It doesn't have to be that, like, you don't have to be a singer or what have you. It can really be whatever you want. It could be writing poetry that only you yourself read. Or it could be you like making things. It can be whatever, but having that creative outlet is a great stress. So anyway, the written word is definitely my first love. So I 100% encourage you guys to start journaling. If you've never thought about it, if you do it, awesome, keep going. But my finds and what I'm going to use for this series, this mindful moment series. Okay, so I went to Five and Below, which, by the way, I hear their stock is doing really, really well. Side note, um, I have to go look into it myself. But I went to Five and Below, and um, I got all of these journals that I'm going to use to. touch base with you guys. So the first one I'm going to do is just about mindfulness, and it's from this. So look, so this is my find, guys. Okay, this isn't a journal. It's just a book that I am going to read. So I'll put that away. But these are prompt journals with prompts. This is the Self-Care Planner, a weekly guide to prioritize you. Five and below, guys. Five and below. So guess what? It was $5. Um, everyday calm, peaceful prompts for tranquil moments. So these are the ones that I'm gonna use. I might use some other stuff, but I'm mainly gonna use this. But everyday calm, okay. Um, and they're so pretty. I like pretty stuff. And this one, I kind of peeked through it already, and it's so, y'all. I'm like, this is what we're gonna use to kick off our mindful moments, right? The mindful journal, the mindfulness journal. Exercises to help you find peace and calm wherever you are by Corrine Sweet. Uh, so I'm really psyched about. So if you uh, want to start your mindfulness journey, get on over to Five and Below and grab these. They had a whole bunch of others. Uh, Actually, I left some because I was like, look, I can't spend all my money. I can't spend all my $5 on all these journals. Um, but they had some other really good ones. So go on over there and get yourself some journals and start journaling. Best way to start is with ones with prompts, right? This one I'm really excited about because I kind of, like I said, I thumbed through it, and there's some there's some good stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Um, and it's okay if you're not going to journal, please come back for the mindfulness moments and stress management tips, and just injections and things to help keep us healthy, physical, emotional, mental health. I am a nurse, so everything is holistic. Um, Looking at the whole person, one piece definitely affects the other. And I really want to implore you to take care of yourself, to take care of yourself physically, to take care of yourself mentally, to give yourself those breaks, to build your stress resilience. There's another book that I'm thinking. Oh my gosh, yeah, I have so many stress related books, but this one is like the Bible, like the little mini Bible of I have so many. Um but this one, The Relaxation Response by Herbert Benson. It's been around for a while. So good if you just want like an introduction to stress management and how to help with that. So good. So I'll be covering this too because I pull a lot from that and all the other books. But again, we're starting off mindful moments, and these are going to be what I pull from for our mindful moments. Um, but yeah, I just, as a matter of fact, I just heard a story today about someone who kind of did not um, stay mindful about their journey. It's difficult, it's hard. Um, and if there's anything that you take away from any of these talks, is um, to reaffirm yourself, because that's the baseline of our well-being, is knowing that we are worthy enough, knowing that we are important enough to fight for ourselves and carry on for ourselves and push for ourselves. So if you take away anything at all, it'll be to reaffirm yourself regularly so that you know you're worth the effort. You're worth dusting yourself off to go back out there. You're worth it. That's it for me. So thank you for listening to me for a whole 15 minutes talk about the journals, five and below. Go get them and come on back and check out some other stuff. Go to the blog because um, I just finished a book. Oh, let me tell you the book I just finished. Um, what did I do with it? I just finished it. Bad. Uh, and I'm having a total brain fart. Okay, hold on. It's by Jen Cicero. You are a badass. Yes, I just finished that. You are a badass. You are a badass every day. How to keep your motivation strong. You are a badass every day. I just finished that and I put the review up. And we're going to have on the blog, I'm going to have stress world tips specifically from that book. So that should be this week. So come back and check that out. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending the time. If you like this content, please share, subscribe, and come back. Come on back now. You hear? Um, the website is www.lightv.com. LITEVI.com. And that's all my handles for most of my social media. So lightv.com. Thanks and share and have a awesome rest of the day.